Hello everyone. In this course, my goal is to teach you the essentials of React.js with a focus on creating web applications. In an ideal world, you can learn all about JavaScript and web development. Before you dive into React.js, unfortunately we live in a not perfect world, so chomping down on all of JavaScript before React will just make you bleed hard. If you already have some experience with JavaScript, all you need to learn before React.js is just the JavaScript features you will actually use to develop React application. One of the biggest issues I had when I started learning React.js was that I couldn't read the code. It was very frustrating. I had many years of experience writing JavaScript, but I was not aware of the modern JavaScript trends and new syntax. React.js fully embraces the es6, the ECMA6 syntax. So once you learn and understand the es6 syntax, your life as a React.js and JavaScript developer will change because it will be a lot easier to read and write React.js code. If you don't know what is es6, es6 is a standard implemented by JavaScript. es6 ECMA script 2015 is the new JavaScript standard that introduces new features in JavaScript. Most of the features are syntactic sugars and are semantically equivalent to the strict mode in es5. However, these new features make the code concise and less error prone. We will be using es6 wherever possible. While this is not a lesson that covers all aspects of es6, I'm going to cover many in subsequent lessons. We would use them while learning React.js. And believe me when I say that React.js is much more fun to understand and work with when you harness the power of es6. Needless to say that if you're already familiar with es6, this might seem redundant to you. I compiled in a screencast that top 10 es6 features I think are important to grasp to make your life easier as React developer. The topic we are going to cover in the es6 are let, var, and const. Let and const are new keyword in es6. We already know about the var anyway. So they are actually for declaring variables. Const is more powerful than var. Yeah, you obviously use the var, but now we're talking about the const. Once used, the variable can't be reassigned. In other words, it's an immutable variable except when it used with objects. Let can be reassigned and take new value. It creates a mutable variable. Now, the arrow functions. The arrow function is really awesome and makes your code more readable, more structured, and look like modern code. Now, destructing assignments. Destruction makes the assignments of the values of an array or object to the new variable easier. Then, spread operator. We can use the spread parameter to get the values of the array instead of using a for loop or any other method. Rest parameters. The rest parameters are used to get the arguments of an array and return a new array. Template literals. Template literals or template strings are pretty cool. We don't have to use the plus operator to concatenate strings or when we want to use a variable inside a string. Map function or filter function. Classes or subclasses. Classes are the core of object-oriented programming, OOP. They make your code more secure and encapsulated. Using classes gives your code a nice structure and keeps it oriented. es6 module system. Using import and export in your JavaScript application makes it more powerful than allow you to create separate and reusable components.